Hi, my name is Fasahat Salim, and I'm a game designer on Homefront: The Revolution.
So what's the latest you guys are showing and talking about here at Gamescom when it comes to this game?
Cool. So we brought a demo of our Red Zone, which is one section of Philadelphia, which the public can play here at Gamescom. And this demo is focused on guerrilla warfare and trying to push the idea of what it means to be a resistance fighter.
What does that open up from a gameplay perspective, guerrilla warfare?
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. How to be a resistance fighter, scavenging the world for items to create weapons, and utilize a guerrilla toolkit, which is various items that you can use in your arsenal. Things like distraction devices, IEDs, you can use an RC car, combine elements of all of these, and create tools that can help you take on an enemy that's far greater than you are. Apart from that, we've got obviously this vast space for the player to explore. We've got strike points, which are basically the key to unlocking Philadelphia for the resistance. It's basically key points that the player has to help take over from the KPA and then win them back for the resistance. So this is basically a fight for control of a district, one district at a time. So the more of these that the player takes, the more of a resistance presence they'll have in that space. But it's important to call out that it doesn't clear the space of the KPA or the enemy. They will always be there because they are the occupying force. The main idea is that you have more of a resistance presence, and they will basically help you in your missions from that point on in that space.
How challenging are those strike point areas versus just the normal game?
We've got a variety of different ones. We've got different ones that you'll have to look for, try to get to vantage points to help unlock the map. We've got KPA strongholds, which are more difficult compounds, which the KPA have a strong presence in. Obviously, all of these have their own dynamics and their own challenges. So depending on the type of strike point you take at a specific time in a specific district, the dynamics of how difficult something is will change. So if you've got more of a resistance presence in a space already, after taking a specific strike point, maybe different objectives in that district will become easier because you have backup now. So the dynamics will always keep changing. And again, having resistance on the ground, helping you out, will definitely make things easier for you rather than being alone and fighting the KPA on your own.
You guys have been working on this game for 4 years. How have you seen it evolve over that time?
It's changed significantly from being a linear shooter, which was very much a sequel to the original Homefront, to becoming a completely new game, which only is utilizing the original Homefront's premise and is going open world, which is what we're here with now. So obviously that transition from being a linear shooter to going open world is a significant change, but it's allowed us to create an environment to actually showcase what it means to be a resistance fighter and what it means to actually fight for a city and try to take control back. So obviously it's a big city that we've created. Philadelphia is broken down into 3 different zones. We've got Red Zone, which is what we're showcasing here at Gamescom. We've got Yellow Zone, which is more of where the population is based. It's heavily patrolled, heavily policed, lots of cameras around, so it's very difficult to get around, so the dynamics change gameplay-wise. We've got a Green Zone, which is more of the opulent space, which is where the KPA have set up their infrastructure, their headquarters. This is where you're going to see a lot of famous Philadelphia landmarks. Anyone who's been there or lives there will recognize these spaces. So yeah, it's a big space to explore, and we're just showing off one section for the public at Gamescom. So there's plenty more.
What is it about Homefront do you feel that separates it from any other experience out there from a gaming perspective?
For us, it's primarily the genuine, trying to give the player a genuine experience of what it means to be a resistance fighter, rather than being the hardened military soldier that has all the best weapons and all the grenades and can actually run into a gunfight head on and kill everyone. You're the underdog. All of a sudden, you have to think about surviving. You have to think about what is the best plan of action before you actually go in to achieve an objective. You have to be careful about when you fight the enemy. You don't want to just run in all guns blazing. You want to hit them when they're least expecting it. Use resistance tactics, hit and run, sabotage, stealth around, and then after you've hit them, get out of there as quickly as you can, because that's the most important thing. If you attack the KPA, they're going to call in backup. They're going to make sure that they have reinforcements to come and help them take you out. So you can't just linger. You have to make your move and get out of there as quickly as possible. Apart from that, as I mentioned, the guerrilla toolkit is fundamental to this. You don't have all the best weapons, so you have to craft your own items. You have to craft your own weapons, your own guerrilla toolkit devices. You have to utilize the world to construct health kits because we don't have regenerating health. So it's a challenge. You need to be very careful about when to engage the enemy and when not to.